greatest of all teachers and giver of love, hope, faith, and wisdom, look upon your children, the teachers, learners, parents, guardians, and out-of-school youth and adults. We humbly ask for your mercy and forgiveness. Guide us to the right path. May our efforts be blessed with insights and understanding, wisdom and respect for all. Bless us with patience, for the path of learning is never easy. Bless our commitment to keep on learning new knowledge and experiences. Let your light shine upon us as we make our world a better place to live in. Amen.
DepEd Vision. We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders. DepEd mission: to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. Administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. DepEd core values: maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa.
Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Pagbati po ng magandang Friday morning. Ayan, I don't know kung nakikita niyo na po ako kasi sa end ko blank pa rin. Ayun, nakita ko na. Thank you, Direct. Ayan, so muli, magandang Friday morning po sa lahat, and I do hope na magagaling na po tayo mula sa flu, sa trangkaso, ubo, lagnat, sipon, body pain. Yan, naway we declare po yung healing sa bawat isa. Yan, thank you, Direk. I think nandito na ako, nakikita ko na po ang aking sarili. Ayan, sa ating mga ka-tech quiz, yan, panibagong Friday na naman po ang sumapit upang tayo tumuklas ng panibagong danas ng aralin dito lamang sa ETUlay online tutorial. Okay. So for today, let me have the topic about in computer system servicing grade 11. We're going to talk about the virtualization using Hyper-V. Yan. So muli, nandun pa rin tayo sa quarter 2, Subalit tayo ay nasa week 7 na po. Okay, so ito ang pag-uusapan natin, si virtualization. Sino ba yung virtualization na yan? By the way, ako po ang inyong likod, si Tutor A from SDO Bataan. Lagi niyo po ang mga kasama every Friday at 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. dito lamang sa official Facebook page ng DepEd EdTech Unit, DepEd ETUlay at DepEd Tayo. Gayon din sa aming YouTube channel, DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech at DepEd TV. Yan. It's me, medyo may konting cough pa po ako, no? So for today, uh, we're still on the learning uh, competency, which is install application software, no? But at the end of our tutorial, we are expected, or you are expected to want to identify different types of virtualization software. And number two, we're going to enable the Windows built-in Hyper-V in our Windows environment. Yan, sige, yung mga katekwis natin na kadarating, please comment down all your greetings. Ayan. So muli, good morning to Enrico Dalupan, to Shane Martino, ayan, from Loreto Francis, Ma'am Perla Ramirez, and Bea Jane Libana, no? Peterson Salvador, Enrico Dalup. Ayan, you like Hyper-V, yes. I do hope na hindi ko ma-disappoint yung ano mo na yan. Yung pagka-like mo kay Hyper-V, Enrico. And also, again, to Ma'am Perla Ramirez, good morning po. Yan. So, tara, simulan na po natin. Medyo na bago kasi yung arrangement ng external monitor ko. Yan, pusod ko lang. Oops. Medyo a bit lagi. Please bear with me, guys, mga ka-techwiz. Medyo, you know, so sobrang dami lang siguro ng mga running apps in the background ng dito sa unit ko. Medyo lagi na siya. So please bear with me. Yeah. By the way, good morning to Edsel Bantiling and Jiro and Ciso. Yan. Good morning mga ka-techwiz. Yan. Tutok lang po kayo. So, unang-una, ano ba yung virtualization? No, from the word virtual. Yan. Ano ba yung tinatawag nating virtual? No? So, sabi rito, virtualization is the process. Again, when we talk about or when we say virtualization, it is the process of running a virtual instance of a computer system in a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. Meaning to say, meron tayong physical hardware. Halimbawa, itong computer ko. But in virtualization, we are able to run a virtual environment, no, doon sa layer ng ating actual or yung tinatawag nating physical machine, no? So most commonly, it refers to running multiple operating system on a computer system simultaneously. All right? Ayan, so may sinabi si Enrico Dalupan sa comment section. So in computing, virtualization is the act of creating a virtual version of something. Ayan, including virtual computer hardware platforms, storage devices, and computer network resources. Ayan, thank you Enrico for always engaging on our discussion. Very good, very good. Yan. So, yun yun, no? Then, meron din tayong pag-uusapan yung tinatawag nating hypervisor. If virtualization is the process of running virtual uh, environment within a physical machine, no? A hypervisor, ito naman yung tinatawag nating program for creating and running virtual machines, no? So again, sa virtual machine, dito tayo nagraran ng mga virtual operating system na different types and kinds of operating system for a specific usage, especially when we are going to test some software, no? If we're going to deploy a certain applications using a certain operating system, so this will be isolated, meaning to say, ano man ang mangyari sa loob ng virtual machines na yon using different types of hypervisor software, no? It will not damage or wala siyang magiging anumang impact or epekto doon sa physical machine natin. Alright? So I do malinaw yung concept natin ng virtualization, and the hypervisor. Again, virtualization is the process, while when we talk about hypervisor, this is the programs that we use that will enable us to run virtual machines, no, on a particular physical computer. All right. Ayan, thank you, Enrico, once again for sharing your 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 knowledge, no, regarding our topic. Ayan. So that is hypervisor. Now, when we talk about a virtual machine naman, no, it is a machine emulated, no? Emulated meanings to say ginaya or equivalent of a computer system that runs on the top of another system. So ito nga yun, no? Ito yung tinatawag nating nagagawa tayo ng computer within a computer. When we talk about computer, it is equivalent to the virtual. It is it is equivalent to the machine, no? But this is virtual machine, no? Virtually. Okay? So ito yung ano, yung what to call this diagram of a hypervisor, no? So sa unang box, ito yung physical machine natin, yung hardware. Halimbawa, ito yung ginagamit kong laptop. Excuse me, kailangan ko lang umubo, pasensya na. Yan, so we have the physical machine. And then, on our physical machine, ito sa laptop ko, meron akong OS or yung operating system sa mismong laptop ko. Nito. Halimbawa, I am using Windows 10 Education Edition dito sa laptop kasi this laptop is issued by the Department of Education. Okay? So, ayan yan, yung dalawang yan, physical machine and the OS. And then, we're going now to use, ito na yung tinatawag nating hypervisor. So, on this tutorial, dito sa discussion natin, gagamit tayo nung built-in ni Windows feature na tinatawag nating si Hyper-V, no? So dito na yan papasok, dito sa ikatlong box. Okay? Again, this time ito na yung hypervisor natin. And then sa hypervisor natin na yan, dyan na tayo gagawa ng mga virtual machines. Alright? Gets po? No, nakuha natin yung yung mismong what you call this? Picture on how a hypervisor or a virtual machine works, no? Ayan, good morning from Tutor Marlon, watching from ONHS. Parang happy viewing Tech Quiz Tutor Marlon, and to Polido Chloe, happy viewing ka Tech Quiz Chloe. Ayan, so I do hope na 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 malinaw, no, yung concept natin ng virtualization. Again, virtualization is the process and the program itself is what we call hypervisor. All right? And then inside the software, yung hypervisor natin, nandun na tayo gagawa ng mga iba't ibang virtual machines. Yan, paulit-ulit ka tutor eh. Yes, of course. I have to para malinaw at walang mintis yung bawat detalye ng ating pinag-uusapang lesson ngayon. Okay pa? Thank you, Enrico, for assisting me, for always giving insights, no, regarding sa ating lesson yan. Parang ano ko na 'to, assistant teacher ko na 'to si Enrico. Thank you, Enrico, wag kang magsasawa, hanggang sa tuloy-tuloy tayo niyan. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so I do hope malinaw ang concept, no, ng virtualization. Okay? Now now these are the different example of virtualization software vendors. So ilan lang to sa marami, no? Sila lang yung mga main vendor. So we have the VMware, we have the Oracle VirtualBox, we have SolarWinds, no? And then we have V2 Cloud, and we have also the Virtu. I don't know. I forget if Virtu, but this is specifically a virtualization software intended for Macintosh environment, Mac OS. Then we also have the Parallels, no? So yan. So as you can see, mostly talaga ginagamit talaga to. And also what we're going uh to use for today is to hide the Hyper-V on Windows 10. Yan, ito yung Hyper-V. So most of these are mga ano 'to, mga paid software, virtualization software. Ang kagandahan lang dito kay Windows 10 'no, may built-in na siya na hypervisor which is si Hyper-V. Alright, so ayun yung gagamitin natin for today. Okay? So, let's start. So let's have first the introduction about the Hyper-V on Windows 10. Ayan, good morning Jeline, Joloan. Good morning sa inyo, Katekwis, Jeline. Yan. So, again, once again, Hyper-V is an example of hypervisor program, but this time bit built-in feature siya sa mga Windows 10 uh, operating system. Excuse me. And pasensya na sa dal moment may ubo ko. So, Hyper-V specifically provides hardware virtualization. That means each virtual machine runs on a virtual hardware. Again, dahil nga yung we all know virtual machine nagko-consume yan talaga na actual hardware resources. But this time, it incorporates this type of virtual hardware, meaning to say, meron lang certain portion ng mga hardware resources natin na kinakailangan niya. So ano ba yung mga main component ng hardware natin, no? So nandiyan yung ating CPU, yung processor, yung ating RAM or yung random access memory, and we also have our storage, no? It's either yung hard disk natin or yung ating uh, it's if it is a solid state drive, no? And also yung mga network resources, no? Those are the main hardware components na kakailanganin for us to be able to run this Hyper-V, no? And also it let us create virtual hard disk drive. But again, this will never affect yung mismong physical hard drive natin. All right? Yan. Good morning, Christita Idol. Okay? Next. So in virtualization, using Hyper-V, it allows us, number one, to run software that requires an older version of Windows or non-Windows operating system. Meaning to say, uh, halimbawa, dito sa physical machine ko, no, I am running, ayun nga, sabi ko, yung Windows 10 Education Edition na operating system. Now, using Hyper-V, no, makakapagawa ko ng virtual machine which is will able me na mag-run using this Hyper-V ng ibang older version ng mga Windows operating system and even yung mga some of the non-Windows operating systems such as Linux, Ubuntu, and the other things. Kaso limited lang to. Again, we are on the context of using Hyper-V ha. Next, we're going to you are able to experiment with other operating system. So Hyper-V makes it very easy to create and remove different operating system. Kaya nga sabi ko nga sa inyo, if you want to test a certain software, lalo na kung mga software developer kayo, it is a must na you are able to use no different types of virtualization software para ma-deploy nyo, ma-test nyo yung mga na-develop ng software. Right? And also, it allows us to test software on multiple operating systems using multiple virtual machines. Again, using Hyper-V as our hypervisor program, we are able to create, no? It's up to you. Depende, again, open quote pa rin, depende pa rin doon sa existing hardware resources ng unit mo. It varies, okay? So with Hyper-V, you can run them all on a single desktop or laptop computer. So these virtual machines can be exported and then imported into any other Hyper-V system, no? Including yung Azure, no? Yung Microsoft Azure, ito yung cloud computing technology ito ni Microsoft wherein you are able to run uh, operating system over the network. I have this experience in Azure nung may training ako kung kilala niyo si Pinoy System administrator, si Ray Picar. So, sikat 'to sa Facebook, ang daming mga IT trainings ito. So, nag-train ako sa kanya ron sa pagde-deploy ng Windows Server 2019 kung di ako nagkakamali. So, ayun, talagang nag-actual kami na OS kaso this time using yung virtual machines 'no, using Azure 'no, cloud 'no. Ayan, so share ko lang 'yan. Alright, so those are the 3 things that allows us 'no, mostly no, using Hyper-V. Now, ano ba yung mga system requirement no, para magamit natin or for us to be able to enable the Hyper-V feature dito sa ating Windows 10? So, number one, yung system requirement niya, no? Hyper-V is available on 64-bit. Again, Hyper-V is available on 64-bit versions of Windows 10 Pro, Enterprise, and Education. But, again, but it is not available on the Home Edition. Again, so baka mamaya sabihin nyo, "Sir, ba't ayaw gumana sa akin, ba't wala?" Baka mas probably yung system ninyo ay naka-Home Edition. So, paano ba natin malalaman yon? So, sige, tinuro ko na 'to last time. Para for us to be able to check kung yung system architecture natin ay 32-bit ba or 64-bit, so i-open natin yung run dialog box para magawa natin yung pipindutin natin sa keyboard yung Windows key saka yung R key or yung letter R. Sabay yon. Ayan. Again, good morning Katekwis Pilaria Muya from uh, Mainit National High School na Bunturan is District Division of Davao de Oro. Wow, thank you Tekwis Muya. Yan. Ayan, so ito na yung run dialog box natin. So na-open ko siya using by pressing Windows key saka yung letter R. Then type natin DX diagnostic or DX diag. Yan. Para lang ma-check nyo kung kaya nyo bang or able ba yung system ninyo, computer ninyo, or yung Windows 10 version ninyo na makapag-enable ng Hyper-V feature. Yan. Tayo lang natin. So, habang inantay natin, so, system ito, no? So, more of software side, yung sa pinaka-architecture side ng ano ninyo, no? Na computer. So, iba pa yung hardware requirements. So, i-discuss din natin yon. Ito, system pa lang to. At least daw, 64-bit at at Windows 10 Pro, Enterprise, saka Education, pwera lang Home Edition. Kasi, again, hindi siya available sa mga Windows 10 Home Edition. Okay? Ayan, so, dito natin makikita sa System tab, nandiyan sa operating system natin, ayun, 64-bit. Ayan, Windows 10 Pro Education 64-bit. So dito, sabi ko kanina, ah, ah, tawag dito, ah, pwede siya, hindi lang siya available sa mga home edition. Okay? So dito natin makikita yan. So 64-bit yung ating system. Okay tayo dyan. Next, hardware requirements naman. No, number one, kailangan 64-bit, no, yung enable yung processor natin. Then, yung CPU, it support yung virtual machine monitor mode extension. So, mostly ito makikita natin to sa mga BIOS setup ng mga system natin. And at least, ito, minimum of 4 GB memory. So, as virtual machines share memory, sabi ko nga sa inyo, nag-share, nagko-consume pa rin ng physical hardware resources itong Hyper-V natin, no? So, kailangan at least meron tayong 4 GB. So, you will need to provide enough memory to handle the expected virtual workload. Yan. So, again, a bit lag yan. Kaya siguro rin, yung system ko ngayon lagi kasi kanina nag-run ako ng Hyper-V. Ayan, good morning po, Tutor Bell Palpalatok from SDO Bataan. Happy viewing po, Tutor Bell. Yan si Tutor Bell ang ating tutor for programming for grade 12. Kung hindi nagkakamali. Yan. So, also the following items will need to be enabled in our system BIOS. Ayun nga, yung virtualization technology, And then yung hardware and enforced data execution prevention. Okay? So, kailangan mga naka ano yan, ma-meet natin at least. Okay? So, paano ba natin magagawa yun? At again, run lang tayo ng dialog box. So, Windows key, saka, saka yung letter R sa keyboard natin. Tapos, type natin system info para ma-check natin if able ba. Sorry. CMD muna pala tayo. CMD. Type natin sa run dialog box yung CMD. Then, run as admin natin yon para magawa yon. Control Shift, then Enter. Tapos, magra-run as admin na yan. Antayin lang natin. Alright, so yan. Happy viewing ka Tech Quiz. Roan Taluade. Yan. From Alibaba National High School Section Masipag G7. Wow, ang sipag naman niya. Ayan, so ayan, naka-elevated as administrator na yung ating command prompt. Then we're going to type system info. Yan, so para ma-check natin kung kaya ba talaga ng system natin na i-run itong Hyper-V. Ayan, good morning Ruben Enriquez. Good morning po ka-Techwiz Ruben. Happy viewing. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yan, so loading hotfix information. Loading network card info. Ayun, so ito, nakakita natin sa bottom part no itong Hyper-V requirements. So, a hypervisor will detect features required will not be displayed. Ayan. Naka-enable na kasi yung feature to. Ayan. So, na-detect niya na. Naka-enable na kasi. Anyway, sige. Okay na yun. So, meaning to say, pwede siya dito sa system ko. Of course, nasubukan ko na siya a while ago. Next. Yan. So, paano ba natin i-enable yung Hyper-V sa ating Windows? So, again, open lang natin yung run dialog box by pressing Windows key saka yung letter R. Ayan. Tumitaw na siya sa akin. Ito siya. Tapos, itatype natin yung word na optional features. And then, click OK. Oh, I have a visitor. Yan. So, this is Ali. Say hi to them, Ali. Say hi to people. Hi. I'm Ali. Kagigising ko lang po. Yan. So, I do hope na lumitaw ito once you done running the run dialog box and typing the word optional features. Wala pong wala pong spaces yon. Dire-diretso yon yung word na optional features with S. Alright? So, ito dapat yung magiging itsura niya. So, medyo matagal lang mag-load yan. Yan. Yep, baby. Oh, excuse me. Dito ka na kay mami. Mag-play kayo na mami. Ayan. So, nangungulit ang aking bisita. Punta ka na kay mami. Naka-live si daddy. So, what's it? Yan. Mami. Ayan. So, sorry po sa delay. At nangungulit po ang aming little chikiting. Anak, naka-live tayo. Narinig nila iyak mo. Ayan. Kinuha na po siya ng kanyang mami. Ayan, good morning po, Katekwiz Marife Artilio. Ayan, hirap ng live, no? Ayan, so as you can see dito sa part, hanapin lang natin yung Hyper-V. Naka-arrange naman yan in alphabet order. So, Hyper-V, ayan. So, i-check nyo lang yan. So, sa case ko kasi naka-check na siya. So, check nyo yung Hyper-V and then yung Hyper-V Management Tools at yung Hyper-V Platform. Yan, I do hope na nakakasunod po. Yung kung hindi naman, meron tayong replay, mga ka-team ka-replay. Ayan. Alright? So, once okay na yan, lilitaw dyan, you need to restart. So, kaya ginawa ko na siya, inon ko na siya kanina kasi it requires you to restart para mag-take effect yung changes. Again, kasi ini-enable lang natin siya, no? Kasi built-in na siya sa system natin. Pero lang kung Windows 10 Home Edition ka. So wala diyang Hyper-V features. But in this case, meron. So i-enable lang natin. Okay? Oops, napunta na ako dun. Alright. Then, after that, na-restart mo na. Okay? So hindi ko na ipapakita kasi syempre, mauudlot na yung ano natin, yung session natin. So, nakapag-restart na ako dito sa teka lang, mag-share lang ako ng ano ko, screen. Yan. Yan, ayan, I do hope nakikita yung ano ko, no? Dito sa start menu, once na-enable na natin, tapos nakapag-restart na to at nakapag-restart na tayo ng PC or ng computer, so type lang natin yan, lilitaw na yan, Hyper-V Manager. So, click natin yung Hyper-V Manager, no? Para makita lang natin ano ba yung itsura nung Hyper-V. Yan, so it's a bit, laggy. Again, this will differ pa rin sa current ano nyo, system. Okay? So, ito yung aking physical device. And then, kanina may ginawa na kasi ko isang virtual machine. Ayan. Ayan. So, ito yung ginawa ko kanina. Alright? Now, paano ba tayo gagawa ng virtual machine? So, ito na yung mismo. Dito na tayo gumagawa ng computer-like machine, but this time it's a virtual one. Okay? So, pwedeng from Hyper-V Manager, no? Click nyo lang yung quick create. Or, pwedeng rito from start menu, type nyo lang, hyper, tapos dito meron na siyang Hyper-V quick create. Ayan, no? It's up to you. So, those are the basically the two ways on how are you going to create quickly, no? Ayan. Ayan, so ito na yung makikita nyong tawag rito, what you call this? A display. Ayan. So, dahil meron na ako na download na ISO image, ang gagawin ko, maglo-local installation source ako. No, dito kasi ida-download niya pa yan, so medyo matagal, no? Yan, so local installation source tayo. Yan, tapos sa name, pangalanan natin ng Windows 10 Pro ETUlay. Yan. Tapos, dito, sa change installation source, ito, as is nyo lang yan. Check nyo lang yan kasi ang install naman natin is Windows. Kung non-Windows, uncheck nyo yan. Okay, so change installation source. Ayan. Tapos hanapin ko lang, i-browse ko lang yung ano ko, yung ISO image. So sa pagda-download ng official ISO image directly from Microsoft website, meron tayong separate session nito, no? Next. So halimbawa ito, so Windows 10 20H2 by 64. Lagay ko pala rito Windows 10 Pro 64. Yan, tapos create virtual machine, click nyo lang. Ayan, so lilitaw na yan, creating new virtual machine. Creating disk, no? Siya na mag-a-assign kasi naka-quick tayo. So, ito yung napaka-handing setting para hindi na yung magma-manual allocate ka ng ano. Siya automatic detect niya na ano, ilang RAM, ilang hard disk ba yung pwede pang makuha niya sa system mo, sa physical hardware resources mo, no? Once successfully created, so connect na natin. Yan. So, antayin lang natin. Yan, so ito na yung ginawa natin. Si Windows 10 Pro 6x64 ETUlay. Yan. Maximize lang natin. Anyway, sige, yama. So, if okay na, so status off pa siya. So, i-start natin again. This will enable us to install, no, fresh install yung Windows 10. Okay? So, once we click start, so ayan na yan. Ibuboot nyo na yung ISO natin for the first time. And then, pag may lumitaw na press any key, kailangan mabilis ka, you press any key on the keyboard. Alright? Para for this will enable to boot doon sa ISO image na sinelect natin kanina. Okay po? Yeah, so starting the virtual machine, yung pangalan Windows 10 Pro by 64, ETUlay. Yan. Yan, antay lang natin. Again, hindi ko po kayo makikita kasi naka-share screen ako eh. I don't know if may nagko-comment kung naging lagi ba yung oops, ayun na. Yan, okay pala. Yan, good morning po, Tutor Pau. Ni Guzman, ayan ang aming tutor mentor, si Tutor Pau for Programming Grade 11. Happy viewing po, Tech Quiz Tutor Pau. Yan, sige, dito ko na ilagay para nababasa ko yung mga comments. Ayan, so, yeah, press any key. So, kailangan mabilis tayo, enter agad. Nawala na. Ulit, shutdown ulit natin Shutdown natin. Tapos restart. Kasi di ko press any key to boot from CD. So, yung ISO na inano kasi natin, na sinelect kanina nung ginagawa natin siya sa quick create, no? Automatically, nakaselect si ISO image as CD. So, definitely, i-read niya si ISO natin as a bootable CD or DVD, okay? So, so that's how it works. Turn up natin. So, nag-failed siya. So, revert natin. Revert. So, this might some of the troubleshoot that you may experience, no, while doing this. But it's okay. At least you see it firsthand. Sige. Reset natin. Yan. Run lang natin. Nireset ko lang siya. Then run. Automatic mag-run na yan. So, connect tayo. Yan. So, yan, medyo mabagal. Again, yung performance ni Hyper-V will vary depending on the current hardware resources ng inyong unit, of course. Okay? Lagi naman ganon. Okay? So, baka sa inyo mas mabilis kasi mas, medyo nakakaluwag kayo sa buhay. Mataas yung specification ng hardwares ninyo. No, ayan. So, may ganong factor. Yeah, it's true. We all know that. No? Ayan. Revert ulit natin. Ayan. Connect start. Ayan. Pindutin ko na yung enter, enter. Para once na lumitaw yung press any key, okay na. Magdidiretso siyang mag-boot sa CD. Ayan. So excited. And I just can't hide it. Manta. Ayan. So, oops. Ayan. So I am having an issue. Nakakatch niya naman yung ano. Media. Okay naman. Shutdown nga natin. Shutdown ko ulit. At least, makita ko lang din yung paano siya nagbo-boot. Maipakita ko lang. Ayan. So, pagawin ko lang yung ano niya. Yung rito. Settings. So, ito yung ano, yung, kumbaga, pagpalagay niyo itong virtual machine natin ito, configure natin yung mga hardwares niya. Yan. So, browse ko lang ulit. Medyo nangungulit siya. Oops. Yan. Okay. Start. Yan, hirap talaga pag live. Ipindot ko na yung enter. Actually, any key. Para at least, pag lumitaw yung press any key, maramdaman niya. Wow. Ipakiramdam siya. Maramdaman niya na pinipress ko talaga yung any key. Ayan. Alright. So, yan. Pinipindot ko na siya. I-stop ko nga muna itong si ano. Wait lang ah. I-stop ko tong isa. Ito kasi isa natin eh. Yung in-install ko kanina. So, i-stop ko. I-turn off ko muna siguro siya. Turn off muna kita. Pasensya na. Yan. Okay. Tapos balik tayo kay yung ginawa natin si Windows 10 Pro ETUlay. Ayan. Kung mag-boot lang siya, then we're okay. Proceed na tayo sa quiz. Para lang makita nyo kung paano talaga yung procedure. Anyway, napakita ko naman on how are you going to enable the Hyper-V and also how are you going to create virtual machines. And then, yung susunod na kasi natin step yung para mag-boot siya sa ISO na sinelect natin. Okay, yung ISO image. So, kailangan natin yung kasi ayon ang ating ang installer for our operating system. Oh, why? Diyan ka na ulit. Teka lang, di pa tapos si daddy. Punta ka muna kay mami. Punta kay mami. Yan. Oops. Yan, pasensya na. I-run ko na lang siguro yung isa. Ah, shutdown ko na 'to. Turn off ko na siya, ayan. So, yung kaninang ginawa ko, ito na lang, pakita ko. Wala na, nagsasayang tayo ng minuto. Ayan. So, ito yung ginawa ko kanina. Napakita ko na lang sa inyo kung mostly kasi puwede niyo itong magamit especially yung mga teachers, no, whenever we are, conducting a simulation on how are we going to install operating system, especially Windows, operating system. And also we can use this Hyper-V as our virtual laboratory. Ayan, lalo na kung medyo, limited yung number of computers natin and we want na each of student ay makapag-perform ng let us say, na institutional assessment 'no, for CSS qualification. We can use this Hyper-V 'no, and even other virtualization software 'no, para meron siyang laptop, meron siyang client desktop, ta's andun din yung server PC niya, okey? So yun ang mga gamitin niya ng mga teacher especially ng mga CSS trainer, okey? So again, medyo laggy kasi, I am using other resources, katulad niyan nagpe-present ako online 'no, using StreamYard. So talagang medyo laggy po kaya pasensya na po, bear with me 'no. Kasalanan po ito nung nung limited hardware resources ng aking PC. Anyway, ah, let's read some comments siguro. Yan po from Ashpol Tadeo, yan. Good morning, Katekwiz Ashpol. And to Junday, happy viewing po, Katekwiz. And also to Tekwiz Christopher Galapon. Good morning po. Happy viewing po. Yan. All right. So again, yung performance will vary po depending on your unit. Ayan. Yan. So definitely it should boot na no doon sa Windows boot up natin, but for the sake of course uh we're running out of time na po. Let me proceed na po sa quiz. Okay. Ayan, medyo naglag na po ang aking PC. Ayan. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I don't know, nandiyan pa po ako, kung naririnig niyo ako, nakikita niyo po ako, bigla na pong nag-freeze ang aking, StreamYard tab. Ayan, ayun, okey na siya. So share ko lang po ulit yung presentation ko 'no, para makapag-proceed na tayo sa ating quiz. Yan, sige po. It's a 5-item quiz lang, alright? So for us to be able na ma-complete natin yung kabuuan ng session 'no, yan. So again, pasensya na po at talagang lagi po on my end 'to, on my end 'no, on my end po yung problema 'no. Sabi nga, "No babe, it's not you, it's me." Ayan, mga famous breakup lines. Ayan, I do hope it's all good na. Yan, so nag-chat na, I mean, nahanap na ako ni Direk. Direk, okey na po? Naka-freeze po ba? Yan, teka lang, tawagin ko lang si Direk. Ayan, okey na Direk. Yan, thank you Direk. Thank you Direk. Mabuti na lang nandiyan si Direk sa aking backup. Alright, sa aking backup. No, andiyan si Direk 'no, sa backstage. Alright, now we're going to yan, sa ating Hello? Kasi Microsoft PowerPoint naman yung nag-freeze. Ayun na yun, okay na. It's due to ano, mas probably dito sa ginagawa natin sa virtual machine. So, talaga it it requires, a big space for your hardware uh resources. Ayan. So, let's do the quiz time, of course, as always. It's only a 5 items. Nothing to worry. Walang maling sagot, no? Definitely, it's okay. Okay, for number one, ayan. So for number one, it is the process of running a virtual instance of a computer system in a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. Again, process. We are talking about process, no? So, alin ito? No, A, application software, B, hypervisor, C, virtualization, or D, virtual machine. Yan, thank you, Katek Quiz, Tita, still watching. Thank you po. Yeah. Of course, it's letter C, no? Again, it's the process, eh. So, we talk about the process. So, it's the virtualization, right? Next, number two, it is a program for creating and running virtual machines. Again, program naman yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. A, application software. B, hypervisor. C, virtualization. D, virtual machine. All right, correct. It's letter B. It's hypervisor. No, ito yung tawag natin sa program na nag-e-able us up na for us to be able to do virtualization. Yan. And next, number three, it is the emulated equivalent of a computer system that runs on top of another system. Ito yung tinatawag nating from physical machine nakakapaggawa ka ng hindi ko na masabi. No? Ayan. So, tama si Loreto. It's letter D. Virtual machine na to. No? Emulated na ginayang system. Alright? Next, number four. Hyper-V lets you create virtual hard drives, virtual switches, and a number of other virtual devices, all of which can be added to a virtual machine. Is it yes? Is it true? Or false? Yan. It is letter A, true, di ba? Hyper-V, which is a program, ito yung pinakatinatawag na hypervisor that enable us na makapag-create ng virtual hard disk doon ma-install yung ating operating system and other to be added in another virtual machines. Ayan. And last, for number 5, yan, Hyper-V is available in all Windows 10 versions, including Home Edition. Is it true or false? Yan, of course, it's false, di ba? Hyper-V is available on all Windows 10 version like Pro, Enterprise, and Education, but not on Home Edition. Yan, thank you, very good, Jirho and Siso. Yan, no? False siya, no? Walang Hyper-V feature sa Home Edition ng Windows 10. Okay po? Ayan, check lang natin yung ano natin. Yung, yung virtual machine. I'll just check it. Ayan, so ito, ayan. Just a moment. Ito na po itsura ng virtual machine natin. Ito yung ginawa ko prior sa session natin, no? So medyo matagal kasi to. Again, depending pa rin po sa hardware capability ng ating laptop. So ganyan itsura niya, di ba? So just a moment. Kino-complete niya lang installation. Ayan, thank you. Kahit paano na-achieve. Ayan. So for more topics or for more information regarding this, you can uh, have me on my official YouTube channel, Aldrin Teleron. No, andun yung mga tutorials ko and everything about Google, everything about sa CSS, no, na lahat naka-upload yan. Alright? Yan. So with that, muli, we are your senior high school information and communications technology tutor. With me is our tutor mentor, si Tutor Pao, for programming grade 11, and Yours truly, Tutor A for CSS Grade 11. And with us also sa ICT team is si Tutor Bell for Programming Grade 12 and Tutor Marlon for CSS Grade 12. Okay? Yan. So ako po yan. Yan. Thank you po. We have to hear it from you so you can evaluate us, send your feedback, comments, and other suggestions. Yan, just scan the QR code or access this feedback link form. Yan. So, 1, 2, 3. Yan, replay nyo na lang po, no? Yan. So, thank you po. Dios mabalas po sa lahat. Walang bibitiw. Ang susunod na po natin na si Tutor Lonlon for Computer System Servicing Grade 12. Muli hanggang sa susunod na Biyernes, laging tatandaan na sa pagbabahagi ang ating pag-iral. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat. Paalam!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!